doing its part to turn every season into convertible season. Mont Blanc, France. Punta Helbronner is a marvel of modern construction perched on a craggy peak in the Italian Alps more than 11,000 feet above sea level. Accessible only after taking two silent rotating gondolas from the quaint alpine village of Courmayeur, the 2-year-old metal and glass structure houses a bistro, a rare crystal exhibition, and a circular observation deck roughly 45 feet in diameter, providing visitors with up-close views of Mont Blanc on one side, and, on a clear day, the Matterhorn on the other. And the day I visited, it also provided one primo parking spot for a 2018 Mercedes-Benz E-Class convertible. While Mercedes' 4MATIC all-wheel drive system is available on the all-new W213 generation E-Class Cabriolet, it would take more than that to get such a car up to Punta Helbronner, which looks like the Millennium Falcon after getting impaled on an Alp. Hence, Mercedes-Benz hoisted the car up there via helicopter. Yes, it's unnatural to see a car in a place like that, and yes, it's pretty cool, and yes, it's a stupid PR stunt, and yes, it's a PR stunt that worked 'cause I'm telling you about it. And it was one helluva. But I knew most of that long before the trek to Europe's nosebleed section, both from the coverage of the car's debut at this year's Geneva Motor Show as well as a preview ride in lightly camouflaged prototypes in Arizona during the winter. What I came to Europe to find out, then, was how it drives, and what, if any, compromises one might have to make to enjoy it. And I wasn't going to learn any of that from an observation deck in the sky, so down I went. If my experiences with the C and S class convertibles provided any insight, the W213 E-Class Cabriolet would drive pretty much exactly like its hardtop sibling. And guess what? It does. As with the coupe, the Cabrio is available in the US only as an E400 at this point, powered by Mercedes' Biturbocharged 3.0-liter V6 with 329 horsepower and 354 pound-feet of torque, with a 9-speed automatic transmission managing the ratios. You won't be dropping the top just to hear the ho-hum exhaust note, that's for sure, but its generally quiet, relaxed demeanor is well matched to the Cabriolet's raison d'etre as a high-class boulevardier. For those seeking more grunt, rumor has it that an AMG-badged version is set to. To that end, the E-Class Cabriolet facilitated a touring experience of the Swiss Alps that I can only describe as idyllic. The temperatures on my drive at times reached well into the 90s, at which point I had cool air blasting through the jet-like air registers and the front seat coolers at their max setting. Engage the optional air cap wind deflectors, one thin, full-width screen rising a couple of inches up from the windshield header and another, taller screen rising from behind the rear headrests, and the E-Class Cabrio keeps a respectable amount of the conditioned air in the cabin in addition to minimizing hair tousle, provided you keep the side windows raised. With air cap raised and the windows down, the cabin remains reasonably calm and conversation friendly, though the climate control is rather less effective. All that said, between the body's high belt line and the steep windshield angle, the cabin remains relatively tranquil at highway speeds even with all windows and screens tucked away, when the car really looks its best. Additionally, when I parked my car in the sun to grab a cappuccino and sample some local cheese, because Switzerland, heat-reflecting leather upholstery saved my